The love that defied tradition. Chapter 1. The Tale of the Coconut Trees. Long time ago, in the heart of the Giriama lands, where traditions are as ancient as the introduction of coconut trees in the coastline and the whispers of ancestors linger in the kaya forests, lived a young woman named Kadzo, meaning a real beauty. The Giriama people, one of the 9 Mijikenda tribes, held deeply to their customs and beliefs, with their lives closely tied to the rhythms of nature and the guidance of ancestral spirits. Kadzo was known throughout her village for her exceptional beauty and kindness. Her skin was the color of rich mahogany, her eyes sparkled like the morning dew, and her smile could light up the darkest of days. She was the daughter of Chief Kadzo, meaning Kadzo's father, Kadzo being the firstborn, a respected and wise leader who valued tradition above all else. Her mother, Kadzo, meaning Kadzo's mother, was a nurturing presence who had taught Kadzo the ways of their people, including the secrets of herbal medicine and the significance of the kaya forests and the enshrined leadership. The village was nestled among rolling hills, surrounded by lush greenery and the ever-present coconut trees. These ancient trees, with their thin trunks reaching for the sky, were revered as sacred by the Giriama. They were believed to be sacred and nobody could bring the trees down, use the main trunk for firewood, or even hitting the tree with a stick would attract facing the kaya elders. The presence of these trees was a constant reminder of the deep roots of tradition that bound the people together. As Kadzo fetched water from the village well, her bracelets jingling softly with each movement, she couldn't help but think of Ngumbao, meaning brave, a brave warrior who fought against cattle rustling from the Wakwavi, who came from outside the Mijikenda community, hailed from a rival clan nearby. Their clans had been at odds for generations, bound by a history of conflict and mutual distrust. Yet, against this backdrop of rivalry, a love as old as time itself had blossomed between Kadzo and Ngumbao. Chapter 2. The Secret Grove. Ngumbao was a warrior known for his strength and valor. He had the physique of a lion and the heart of a poet. His clan, though rivals to Kadzo's, admired his courage and leadership. Ngumbao's father, Chief Charo, had groomed him to be a fierce protector of their people and livestock, teaching him the ways of the warrior and the importance of honor. Despite the enmity between their clans, Kadzo and Ngumbao had met by chance in a secluded grove at the edge of the kaya forests. It was a place where the river's gentle flow created a melody that spoke to the soul, where the birds sang sweetly and the air was filled with the fragrance of wildflowers. This hidden sanctuary became their secret meeting place, where they could escape the weight of their responsibilities and the expectations of their families. In the grove, they shared their dreams and fears, their hopes and sorrows. They exchanged tender words and stolen kisses, their love growing stronger with each clandestine meeting. They knew their love was forbidden, yet it felt as if the spirits of the kaya were watching over them, blessing their union. One evening, under the light of a full moon, Ngumbao held Kadzo close and vowed to find a way for them to be together, no matter the cost. Kadzo, with tears in her eyes, promised to stand by him, come what may. Their love was a force of nature, as unyielding as the coconut trees that surrounded them. Chapter 3. The Village Council. The peace of the grove stood in stark contrast to the growing tensions in the village. Chief Kadzo had called for a council meeting to discuss the increasing hostilities between their clan and Ngumbao's. The elders, dressed in traditional robes and headdresses, gathered in the village centre. Their faces were etched with concern and determination as they debated the best course of action to protect their people. Among the elders was Mizi Kambi, a wise old man known for his deep understanding of their culture and history. He spoke of the need for unity and peace, but his words were often drowned out by the calls for retribution and defense. The air was thick with the weight of tradition and the burden of leadership. Chief Kadzo, though a man of great wisdom, was also a staunch traditionalist. He believed that the strength of their clan lay in adhering to the customs passed down by their ancestors. It was with this belief that he arranged for Kadzo to marry a wealthy suitor from another powerful clan, hoping to forge an alliance that would strengthen their position. Kadzo's heart sank when she learned of her father's decision. The thought of a future without Ngumbao, dictated by duty rather than love, was unbearable. She confided in her mother, Kadzo, who understood the pain of unrequited love, but also the importance of loyalty to their people. Torn between love and duty, Kadzo felt the walls of tradition closing in around her. Chapter 4. The Plan. Determined to defy the traditions that bound them, Kadzo and Ngumbao devised a daring plan to elope. They would seek refuge in the sacred Kaya forests, where the spirits of their ancestors would protect them. The Kaya forests were considered the spiritual heart of the Giriama, a place where the living could connect with the spirit world. It was a place of great power and mystery, and they believed it would offer them sanctuary. They chose a night when the moon was full, and the village was celebrating a festival. The sounds of drums and singing filled the air, providing the perfect cover for their escape. Kadzo packed a small bundle of her belongings, including the medicinal herbs her mother had taught her to use, and waited for Ngumbao at their secret grove. Ngumbao arrived, his face a mix of excitement and determination. They embraced, knowing this might be their only chance for a future together. Hand in hand, they made their way towards the Kaya forests, the moonlight guiding their path. Chapter 5. The Betrayal. But fate had other plans. As they approached the edge of the forest, they were discovered by one of the village guards. The alarm was raised, and within moments, the village was in an uproar. Kadzo and Ngumbao were captured and brought before the elders. Chief Kadzo's face was a mask of fury and disappointment. He could not believe that his own daughter would defy him and the traditions of their people. Ngumbao was sentenced to exile, a punishment reserved for the gravest of offences. Kadzo was confined to her home, under strict watch, her dreams of freedom shattered. Chapter 6. The Spirit's Intervention. The night of their capture, as Kadzo lay in her room, she felt a presence. The air grew cold, and the soft murmurs of the spirits filled the room. She knew that the spirits of the Kaya were trying to communicate with her. She closed her eyes and listened to their whispers, seeking guidance and strength. The next morning, the village was abuzz with talk of strange occurrences in the Kaya forests. The elders, moved by these signs, called for another council meeting. This time, they would not ignore the spirits. Chapter 7. The Council of Redemption. The elders gathered once more, their faces reflecting a mix of fear and hope. Kambi spoke first, his voice carrying the weight of his years. He reminded them of the importance of listening to the spirits and the wisdom of their ancestors. He spoke of love and unity, and the need to find a way to reconcile tradition with the changing times. Chief Kadzo, though still troubled, began to see the wisdom in Kambi's words. The love between Kadzo and Ngumbao was undeniable, and it had moved the spirits themselves to intervene. The elders deliberated long into the night, finally agreeing to seek a path of redemption. Chapter 8. The Reconciliation. In a historic decision, the elders invited Ngumbao's clan to a reconciliation ceremony. The two clans gathered in the village centre, the air thick with anticipation and hope. Kadzo and Ngumbao were brought before the assembly, their faces a mix of apprehension and joy. Chief Kadzo spoke first, acknowledging the power of love and the need to honour the spirit's guidance. Chief Charo, Ngumbao's father, followed, expressing his willingness to set aside past grievances for the sake of peace and unity. The ceremony was filled with traditional music, dance and rituals designed to honour the spirits and seal the new alliance. As the moon rose high in the sky, Kadzo and Ngumbao were finally reunited, their love triumphant. Chapter 9. A New Dawn. The village celebrated long into the night, the sounds of joy and laughter filling the air. Kadzo and Ngumbao's love had not only united them, but also brought their clans closer, proving that love, when strong enough, can indeed defy tradition. In the days that followed, the village began to change. The elders, inspired by Kadzo and Ngumbao's story, started to incorporate more flexible and compassionate interpretations of their customs. The younger generation, seeing the power of love and unity, began to embrace these changes, ensuring that the lessons of Kadzo and Ngumbao's love would be remembered for generations to come. Chapter 10. The legacy years passed, and Kadzo and Ngumbao's story became a legend among the Giriama. Their children grew up hearing tales of their parents' bravery and the love that defied tradition. The village thrived, its people more united and harmonious than ever before. The coconut trees, silent witnesses to the passage of time, stood tall and proud, their leaves reaching for the sky as if in celebration of the love that had brought about such profound change.
Thank you so much for watching this amazing African tale. We hope you enjoyed the rich cultural journey through the Giriama land and the captivating story of Kadzo and Ngumbao. Your support means the world to us. If you loved this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future stories and adventures. Stay tuned for more enchanting tales and cultural explorations. Until next time, thank you for being a part of our community.